Hey there, welcome back to Mindset with Gina, the show where we talk about brains, breakthroughs, and all the beautiful mess in between. Today, I want to talk about something that sneaks into even the strongest of mindsets, something that can quietly undo your progress, drain your motivation, and distort your perspective. I am talking about comparison. And listen, this isn't just a social media issue. Comparison can happen in the middle of a conversation, while scrolling through someone's success story, or like in my case recently, when I was in the presence of someone who also has ADHD, and I started to feel, a little behind. Yep, even as a coach who knows better, even as someone who has trained her brain to catch this pattern, I still found myself doing it. Now, we've all heard the quote, comparison is the thief of joy, but I'd like to take it a step further. Comparison is the thief of progress. When we compare ourselves to others, we often create an imaginary version of their life, usually the best, most filtered, most put together version. And then we hold it up against the raw, behind the scenes version of our own life. So I found myself at the trap of comparison. And here's what happened to me. I was recently connecting with someone who also has ADHD, who is also an entrepreneur, and she was sharing all of these incredible things she's accomplished. Books written, making some big money, speaking gigs, the whole thing. And without even realizing it, I started to shrink a bit and getting down on myself. My thoughts went straight to, wow, she's so far ahead and seems like ADHD hasn't set her back at all. I went down the rabbit hole. And here's the kicker. I know better. I don't know her full story. I don't know what she's overcome, what kind of support she has, how long she's been on this journey, when she found out she had ADHD, or what her external or internal experiences have been like. But my brain, in a matter of seconds, created a whole fictional story where she was winning and I was behind. Here is the other thing. This is old programming rearing its ugly head in me. The I'm not doing enough popped in the rabbit hole with me. This is what led me to have a successful career in real estate, but it's also what led me to the hospital. The amount of stress I would put on myself to do more, help more people, sell more, make more money, fueled my drive and ambition. I will never apologize for having ambition, but I always need to check myself and make sure it's coming from a place of creativity and balance and not from a place of feeling like I am not enough. So where did the unhealthy drive come from in me? Well, that's where we get into ADHD. And if I am really digging deep, trauma. But this is the episode where we will stick to ADHD. Comparison hits differently when you have ADHD. So many of us have a history of being misunderstood or feeling late to the game or being told we're not living up to our potential. That kind of messaging sticks, and it makes us especially vulnerable to the measuring ourselves against others. The shame can come in fast. Why can't I be more like her? Why am I still struggling with this? Shouldn't I be farther along? But here's the truth, and I had to remind myself. We all have different brains, different timelines, and different capacities. And just because someone is doing a lot doesn't mean they're doing it without burnout, self-doubt, or support that I can't see. And our goals, our experiences, life choices are probably not aligned because we are two different types of people living very different lives. So what do we do when we catch ourselves in comparison? Because let's be honest, it's going to happen. We're human. So I caught myself and I shifted. And here are a few tools that I used. One, I paused and I questioned the story. When you feel yourself comparing, stop and ask, is this true? What do I actually know about this person's journey? What am I assuming? Ask yourself, what is the real root cause of feeling this way? For me, it was, I'm not enough. Old programming that I thought I had conquered but showed back up in an ugly way. And then redirect the focus. Instead of asking, why aren't I there yet? Try, what have I done that I'm proud of? It helps to actually write a list. Your brain needs evidence that you are doing meaningful things, even if they're quieter. Set your own markers of success. When you are neurodivergent, the traditional checkboxes don't always apply. So define your own. Is success staying regulated today? Is it finally setting a boundary? Is it making progress on a project that matters to you? For me, it was reminding myself of where I am in the chapter of my life and that my goal was to always slow down when our kiddo went to middle school. I want to be the mom that is always around her, even though my teenager doesn't want me there. I designed my life this way from the moment she was a toddler. And my husband thought it was a good idea too. Instead of stopping work when she was a toddler, like so many moms do, I did quite the opposite, which is on par for who I am. But slowing down has been hard for me. I am a creative, a true entrepreneur, and my brain doesn't shut off when I am working less. I get even more ideas. I am even more inspired. And I have to learn to say no and make sure that these ideas align with where I want to spend my time right now. And also remember, celebrate others without dismissing yourself. Someone else's success isn't proof of your failure. It's just proof that it's possible. Let it inspire you, but don't use it to punish yourself. That moment of comparison reminded me of something big. Even with all my tools and mindset work and coaching, I am still in progress, and that's okay. The goal isn't to never compare. The goal is to notice it faster, give it less power, and move through it with self-compassion. So, if you've been stuck in comparison lately, you are not alone, but you don't have to live there. Your story, your timeline, your pace, they matter. And they're valid, even if they look nothing like someone else's. All right, that's what I've got for you today. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Send me a message or tag me on Instagram at Grow Mindset Coaching, GRO Mindset Coaching. And if you've been comparing yourself lately, take a deep breath. You're doing better than you think. Until next time, be kind to your brain and stay rooted in your own journey. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be.